Welcome to the Daily Money Market. You are actually with me, Che Yusuf. In fact, it's another week in terms of the weekly market outlook. We go through the market and to see what exactly is cooking in the market, what will bring the volatility in the market, and again, what will bring the opportunity for the traders to be able to jump in and trade. So, yeah, stay tuned. We're going to go through what has been happening last week just to recap and as well markets. There was a couple of things that happened about last week. The biggest one last week, it was the Jackson Hole meetings. That was the biggest one. I think a lot of people they actually traded during the Jackson Hole meetings. So in terms of the Jackson Hole meetings, the analysts they were speaking, they were saying the Feds choose to remain on hold in July despite a less inflation and the rising of unemployment. Again, the last person speaking at the Jackson Hole was Jeremy Powell, who spoke on the Jackson Hole and who actually confirmed to people to say that now the Federal Reserve they are ready to start cutting the interest rate. So for sure, September it's a cut of the interest rate, but the debates still remain that how much are they going to cut with, right? Are they going to cut with 25 basis points, or the USO is already late? They have to start cutting from 50 basis points. Some of them they're saying by the end of this year it has to be at least 100 basis points has been cut. So expectations is they're gonna start maybe with a 50 basis points or 25 basis points when it comes to interest rate cuts from September that is coming. So last week or so there was interesting stuff that happened. Kamala Harris acceptance speech accepting the nominee of presidency. There was also US jobless claim that comes last week, and we saw the numbers of US jobless claims is 232,000 in August. 17 weeks estimated was 232. So 232 to 232, not that bad. The numbers were actually meeting up. So again on Thursday, that's where the biggest one was at Jackson Hole. Kamala Harris again speak in terms of acceptance of nominee, and that's where the last one of last week we saw Jeremy Powell. He actually said the pace of rate cuts depends on the data, evolving outlook, and the balance of risk. So what a speech that he says. It actually says as well that Powell, time has come for a policy to be adjusted. So again, that was actually the indicator to say that, hey guys, time have come that the policy has to be adjusted. So that actually was cooking last week. Last week it was a little bit quiet, but until Wednesday when the Jackson Hole, Thursday, Friday when Jackson Hole has started. This week again it's been really a little bit quiet, but the biggest one is coming on Wednesday. That's a NVIDIA earnings. That's a magnificent one. Earnings that are coming actually this week. The other scandal that we saw, it's a Telegram CEO detained in France. Telegram CEO detains in France, accusations of there's a lot of accusations, drug trafficking through communications in a Telegram and all those stuff. So that's actually what is actually, and they try to defend themselves, saying that the hate speech and the disinformation can go viral on the app of the Telegram. One reason for this is that the users can cross-post their content. Users can find themselves engaging with others, sharing more extremity narrative. So that's what is actually happening on a Telegram app. I don't know if there was no match in terms of risk parameters of saying that how people should be able to engage at the same time still maintain the code of conduct of those telecommunications groups or companies. So the CEO is detained. Again, what we saw, it's Libya rival government to stop oil output aimed on a central bank role. A little bit of crisis in Libya. The government has said they're gonna stop, output of oil. So we're expecting oil to actually, raise it up to go a little bit of higher. So this week, I said again, in terms of the Feds, September calendar data on the 6th September, it's actually we're seeing payroll report. September 11, it's a CPI report from US. All right. So in terms of high impact volatility, this is how it looked like this week. Monday, there's a bank holiday from Great British Pounds. We're not expecting that much in terms of movement. We are seeing a durable goods order from US and core durable goods order month to month from US. But again, volatility starting from Tuesday, where we are seeing CB consumer confidence 4 p.m. coming from US, high impact volatility there, and again jumping on Wednesday, CPI Australian dollar 3:30 a.m. on a Sydney session. There's a FOMEC member Willie speaking again on Wednesday, 7:15 a.m. a little bit earlier in the morning. Later on, there's a crude oil inventory meetings again on 4:30 p.m. We're expecting crude oil and WTI to have a little bit of movement there. Moving on Thursday, August the 29th, the German CPI, expecting high impact volatility, not instrument like German 30 and a Euro instrument as well. Later on 2:30 p.m., there's a GDP from US, an employment claim from US 2:30 p.m. High movement there is gonna happen on Thursday. Later on, we are seeing pending home sales. We're gonna see a little bit of movement again to all dollar index and all correlated instrument to a dollar. Friday, not much. It's very quiet Friday, but we're seeing Tokyo CPI from Japan and the retail sales from Australian dollar. Later on of 11 a.m., there's a Euro CPI as well from Europe, and as well as the GDP from Canada. The last one, I think it's on Sunday. That's a China manufacturing PMI. But again, the Canadian GDP, that's the one that can have a high impact volatility to Canadian dollar. That's in terms of high impact volatility. But again, we said that we are actually await for INVIDIA earnings. Those are the ones that they're going to drive the stocks, especially the technology stocks like Nasdaq, us30, and S&P 500. As we await for Nvidia earnings to actually come, everyone is waiting for Nvidia. The market analysts as well as the economists, they're waiting to see how the Nvidia numbers they're gonna be. So wanted just to go in a chat a little bit and to see how the market is looking. I'm looking at the us30 right now. Yesterday you can see the movement from 26, 27 all the way to 28. There was no much in terms of movement. It didn't go, it didn't make any type of huge impact in terms of dipping down or in terms of growth. What exactly I'm seeing about the Nvidia, the Nvidia second quarter earnings adjusted estimated at $65 per share price, and the revenue estimated is $26.9 billion. Hypercell Apex expanding, added on a Blackwell chip delays. So the Blackwell chip is having a little bit of a delay because of there's not a lot of people that are actually probably subscribing on a Blackwell chip in terms of Nvidia. But the most important that I see in terms of Nvidia is because of all these companies around Nvidia that producing the technology instrument like phones and gadgets. They are buying the Blackwell chips directly to Nvidia, rather than us as people having an app and subscribing of a Blackwell chip app. So what it gives me, I think it's gonna give me, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna give me a little bit of positivity. I'm anticipating, the US30 to actually go back to the price of, let me see. to actually go back to the price of 41,451. Not that much in terms of movement, but there's a higher possibility that if the market goes to 41,451, it might break and we might see the new high of the market, forming the new highest of the market. That's when it comes to US30. I think Nasdaq is going to follow, doing exactly the same in terms of the growth. Nasdaq, in fact, if the positivity, if the earnings of NVIDIA become positive, surpass the estimation, even Nasdaq can actually, pass and go back to the price of 20,400. 20,400. Maybe I should just a little bit indicating that there's a higher possibility that Nasdaq it can get to 20,400 around there. 20,300 or 20,400, there's a higher possibility, but a small target that we can target at particular time, we can actually target it to 20,000 flat or 19,960. High possible that NVIDIA is going to push this Nasdaq goes all the way up. We saw gold dropping yesterday from 2,529 to 2,507. If the stocks they're going to go up, highly possibility gold it might drip in, it might go all the way to deep down, maybe give you the possibility of 2,471. 2,471. So high price there, once it breaks here, pushes the price to 2,471. That's what I'm thinking about. Gold. Euro USD, what do we think in terms of Euro USD? For now, it's a bullishing. Of course, we are in the Europe sessions in the morning. Exactly, it's supposed to gain a little bit of momentum, but again, we'll see how the market is gonna perform this week. I think the dollar is not gonna have any impact, based on Nvidia I think is gonna push the stocks, especially the technology stocks. So we're gonna see a little bit of growth in terms of Euro USD as a bullish position at the moment. What else should we look at it? There was interesting stuff about Bitcoin last week. Bitcoin has been crazy. Last week it goes all the way to 65,000. Everyone was celebrating. Yeah, Bitcoin get back again to 65,000. Look at where Bitcoin did from the 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. From the last week Friday all the way to this week, it actually dipping yesterday. That's the way from Monday. It actually pushed the price all the way down to 58,118. Again, not much. I'm anticipating a recovery. Maybe it might go to 61,000, back to 61,000 when it comes to gold. All right, that's few instruments, but pretty much today I'm expecting a bullish movement. I'm expecting a bullish movement when it comes to the results of NVIDIA, especially to instrument of technology instrument, like Nas100, S&P 500, as well as DAX, US30, and as well NVIDIA stock itself. It might gain a little bit, but I don't know how much it might gain, because last time it gained for over 100 or 200 points in one single move. We don't know what is going to happen this week. So thank you very much for actually be part of this video. It's an NVIDIA week. Subscribe, share with other guys. Thank you very much. My name is Che Yusuf.